I don't know if I'm okay. I don't see the light of day. Looking up to higher ground, thinking that'll be your sweet escape. These days gotta schedule the romance. They say that love is a slow dance. A short bike ride to the crib using no hands. Oh, did it feel like I'm floating? But I'm falling with both eyes closed when I let the world spin. Testing the water, she got my nerves tense. Back when I ain't even have a purpose, I was so eager to learn some things. Anxiety bring out the worst in me. Society paint me as enemy. My making it by that remedy. I'm more occasional, don't do it regularly. Backs under my eyes, weighing down heavily. Mama been worried, the devil allegedly deep in the plan. Subconsciously wanted it since I was 10. I thought I was sharp on my scroll and my pen think it did. So mama found she to them legs. She told me that's not who I am. But nowadays I put on for the fam, see her when I can. I'm surrounded by my feelings, I'm stuck on a Ferris wheel. I bet I perish with 140 acres. She want the horse and the carriage, a porcelain portion of garbage. I talk to the mirror, I know that life's not the fairest. I lost my can, I can't pay off the bills with the blessing. I'm sure I relate to the Reddit page. It's feeling like money is everything. Money is everything.
Also, guys, I want to say that, as you see this right here, I'm gonna show you. Beautiful. Look at this. All this green stuff. It's beautiful. So imagine you in the countryside in another whole nother country, right? And you look and see all this beautiful, man, beautiful stuff. If you ain't never been to the countryside in any country, DR or whatever, Colombia, Spain, Europe, whatever, you got to explore that. I mean, you're just gonna have to explore that, I think. And I think it's beautiful to travel. A long time ago, traveling was the last thing on my mind, guys. You know what I mean? That was the last thing on my mind. I didn't want to do no traveling, man, because I was at the time. I was fear of flying. I guess I got that from my grandmom at the time. When I was a little boy. All I heard of saying, "Oh, I want to go here. I want to go there. I don't trust them to fly." But guys, I'm telling you, man, I'm just gonna try to encourage you guys to travel. Get your passport, man, and you must travel and explore the world. So much to see in the world. How you doing? There's so much in the world, you know what I'm saying, that you need to see. That's all I'm saying. So much you got to see a whole lot. There's so much out there, guys. You know what I mean? So you get your passport and like I say, man, it's a beautiful thing. A lot of people don't even realize it, man. But it's just it's so much going on, and a lot of people be afraid to try new things in life, you know what I mean? And I feel like you only live one time in your life, and you need to explore that. You can try a different scenario. If you have a money issue, like me, I ain't got a lot of money, but normally what I do is I will save up. I try to save up as much as I can. Then I will go. But right now, it's a possibility I could be transitioning over to another country right now. I don't know yet. I got other jobs that I'm trying to get in over there. But basically, if I had a choice, if I had a child support, I got 7 more years of child support. I'm most definitely moving. After that, I already told my baby moms, man, I'm moving after my 7 years up. So but until then, I'm gonna try different countries like I'm doing now. Travel, go to different places and see how it is. I think everybody should do that. So that way you can get a pretty good idea of what you want to do, you know what I mean? Or where you want to stay at. Because I still want to go to Costa Rica. I ain't been to Costa Rica yet. I still want to do that. But I'm transitioning over to, I'm really might be, I don't know, because Germany is doing a lot of hiring with the government. So I've been working for a long time for the government. I'm not going to tell you what I do, but what I will say, guys, you got to save your money. You need to save your money up and try to save your money as much as you can. So you can travel and get to see the world. I think that's a beautiful thing. I wish I could do this a long time ago in my 20s, but at the time my mind wasn't there. My mind was too busy in the streets. One thinking at the time. I wanted the nice cars. I wanted the rims. I wanted the big house like this, as you can see, big old house. Let me see. Probably can't see it. It's hidden behind there. But what I'm saying is, I wanted all that. I wanted all that, guys. But like I said, when I got to Colombia, man, that really humbles me. That humbled me a whole lot in my life. That humbles me, you know what I mean? And it ain't no wrong, you know what I'm saying? And I realized I ain't gotta have a lot. I don't need all that. You get what I'm saying? I don't need all that. Why I need all that? And I have to, and, as you get older, you realize you don't need all that extra stuff. You really don't. It's good to have it. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. It's good to have it from time to time, but you got to really humble yourself. I feel like you really, really, really need to humble yourself in life. And a lot of people feel like, oh, I gotta have this, I gotta have that, and I gotta have the biggest house on the corner, or the most expensive cars, or the shoes. No, no, no. I don't. Me personally, like I said, life is what you make out of. You know what I mean? And whatever you make out of it, that's on you. But I feel like in the States, I feel like they kind of want you in debt. Pretty much, I just don't buying a house. I just don't want to. I had a house. Matter of fact, don't get me wrong. I had a house. I was paying like, I think the house was like $250,000. I had a house. I was in it for like 3 years. Again, I did all that by myself. But I had problems with the house. I had like plumbing problem with the house. I had to go pay for, have somebody come fix it. I had so much stuff wrong with the house. Even though I had what you call the guys come out there and they inspect your house before you buy it. I come to find out I had a water leak. I had pipes. I busted pipes. And that was my first house by myself. I didn't have no wife at the time. Which, by the way, I've been divorced for what, almost 10, 15 years, somewhere around there. Well, since back 2016, I've been divorced, so it was just me. And my son he would come see me every now and then. But anyway, guys, I'm telling you, man, hold on, look at this, beautiful, look at this, beautiful. Anyway, yeah, I had all that, I did all that. I thought I wanted that, but the reality of, you know what I'm saying, I really didn't want that. I thought I needed that. I didn't need all that high price stuff, the biggest house. I had, I think the house I had was like 4 bedroom, 17, had a big backyard. I had 2 dogs. It was just me. I remember when I talked to this girl, I had this chick I was talking to. And when I was talking to her, we talked for a little bit. And this when I went to Colombia. This when I just stopped talking to women, period. Man, I stopped talking to women, period, in the States. And I realized, so I was talking to this chick, she had a nice house in McKinney, Texas, which, by the way, that's where I live at. But I live in Dallas. But she lived in McKinney. And what happened was, I was talking to her, and she had a house, and I was trying to make something with her. I was trying to, before we went on our first date, and as I'm talking to her, I was outside talking to her, and she saw my front yard. And at that time, when she saw my front yard, she was, how you doing? And like when I seen her, when I talked to her, I FaceTime her, and she saw my front yard. So remember, I told you I had like busted pipes. I had busted pipes in my front yard. So they had pulled up grass in my front yard. I had stuff dug up, trying to get the pipes fixed, right? Well, so when she saw that, she was like, "Oh," she started laughing at my front yard. And she started making fun of my front yard. "Oh, damn, you ain't got no damn grass." She was saying shit like that, man. Talking about my front yard, and which, by the way, I had a nice house. I mean, it was an old house, but it was still nice. And she talked about my front yard. She didn't want to talk no more because I had no grass in my front yard. Just shit like that, guys. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you guys. I'm just right now. I'm just ranting, but I'm just telling you that's the type of shit that I realized that I needed to try something new. So I started exploring. I started going on YouTube. I started looking at some of these cats that have been traveling. Now remember, by this time I ain't been to no other countries yet. I hadn't traveled nowhere but LA. I just fly there back all the time. Which, by the way, we might be going to LA next month, guys. Maybe for Halloween. I'm not for sure yet. I'm just gonna do something. I'm trying to do something different. But anyway, so that's when I realized that it might not be for me, and I realized that, and I said. And so a lot of women that I talked to, she wasn't the only woman that I talked to. I had a lot of issues. I just realized that a lot of American women just just want. To me, I feel like it's more like a transactional thing. Pretty much like, what all can you do for her? It ain't never about the guy. Sometimes, not all women, man, but I came across some women. I don't know. They expect a whole lot. I guess what I'm trying to say, they expect a whole lot. But anyway, I mean, someone when he talk to you, if you know, because I realized when I was going on dates and stuff, I would pay. I would always pay all the time. I would always pay all the time. I'm like constantly paying all the time, and I got tired of that, bro. I ain't never had nobody. I ain't never had a woman say, "Oh, I can." This time I get it. It was one woman that I talked to. Me and her went on 2 dates, and she didn't offer. So I paid for the first date. Well, the first 2 dates. Take that back. I paid for it. Like the first 2 dates that I paid for. But on that third date, she didn't even offer to even try to pay for the other date. I was like, I'm saying to myself, like, man, this is crazy to me. So when I talked to her, I mean, her used to talk almost every night. We would talk all the time. And one day she just kind of just stopped cold turkey. And I ain't heard from her no more after that. I ain't heard from her no more. So that's what I'm saying. I knew I was kind of done dating in the States. I was pretty much done. And that's when I went to Colombia. I went to Colombia, and pretty much I started dating online. And I met her, and again, she was cool. Ain't no shade to her. She was cool. But something, like I said, it didn't really work out as much. That's cool though. But other than that, guys, I'm just saying, get your passport, man. Just get your passport and go explore the world, man. So much to see out there. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, guys. So the first time that I had traveled outside the country for the first time, I can't explain to you. Once I land and I got off that plane and head to the customs and stuff, man, I can't tell you, it was a good feeling. At the same time, it was kind of like I don't know what to expect. You know what I mean? But when you get out that plane and you start heading to do heading to the customs and stuff, and going through all the customs and showing me your passport so you get your first stamp. And when I got that first stamp, I kid you not, I felt relief. Like, man, I finally made it. I finally got here, and I finally got my first stamp. And that's what it felt like. It felt like I was free. To be honest with you, that's exactly what it felt like. I felt like I was free. I know that sounds crazy at times, but yeah. So when I first got to Colombia, I felt free at last, as they love, as they always say. But I want to say that it's a good feeling, guys. It's a good feeling. And when I got that plane and I walked down to the customs and stuff and got my first stamp. Although I had to stay in the line line probably for like maybe I want to say I got there a lot early, so I think I was there for like maybe an hour, so hour and a half. And by the time I got there, I got my stamp, went on, and I met my girl at that time. At the time, she was my girl. So when I met her, as soon as I walked out of that airport, I was like, man, I finally made it. I'm in a whole nother country. And now you like, man, this is the first time to feel like you are a foreigner now. Now you're a foreigner. And it's like, pretty much to me, I felt like it was sky's the limit. That's pretty much what I felt like. Here from now on, it was like sky's the limit. So I was alerted first. I was just kind of like skeptical a little bit. I kind of got a little bit of a cultural shock because everybody was speaking Spanish and stuff around me, and I just like, man, all this new to me. You know what I'm saying? But the first time, I think it's best for you to have somebody that can, like a travel guide, somebody that can show you around. And I like that because she was kind of more like my travel guide. She kind of showed me around, showed me the area, what to do and not what to do. You know what I'm saying? So she showed me around, and When I got there, I gave the guy my Airbnb my Airbnb address. I gave it to him, and we drove. You know, and I don't think my Airbnb wasn't that far from the airport. I don't think. Maybe about 10 minutes away, if that. So anyway, got there, and we just pretty much went to the Airbnb, and I checked in and showed my room around and everything. Showed my room on camera. Got my first vlog. Well, I had done vlog before because I have done not vlog, but I have did YouTube because I would work out at the gym and stuff. So that was really like my first vlog. I mean, my first YouTube video. But once I got to traveling and started doing, but that was actually like my first travel vlog. You know what I'm saying? In another country. But anyway, moving on. As I got there, I showed the rooms and everything, and I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, it was just so much of a freedom, man, that I felt. I felt so free. It was just like sky's the limit. Here from now on, it was like sky's the limit. So I got to go to the beach, explore downtown, ate breakfast, ate food. I did all that. So for guys who want to travel, guys, like I say, go for it. The world is yours, and just know that it's so much to do out there. The world is big. So I guess what I'm trying to tell you is America is not the only place that you can live in. You can go to other areas in the world and explore, but do it with caution. Sometimes just be mindful that you are a foreign. So just kind of like I said, as long as you respect other people's culture, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? And on top of that, learn how to respect other people. You know what I'm saying? Period. Respect take you a long way, and try to learn the language of wherever country that you have a desire to go to. Try to learn the language. All right, whether it's basic, because once they see you trying to learn the language, even though if it's just basic, they see that you are trying. But try to go above that. So whatever culture or whatever country that you go to and you like it the most, go ahead and learn that culture. I mean, go ahead and learn that language and the culture. Immerse yourself into it. But yeah, guys, but that's my intake. That was my first time going out the country, guys. All right. For dating overseas was pretty good. It's a good experience and everything. And I want to say, if you want to travel, travel and go to different countries and stuff, and you want to see, and you want to explore different culture, immerse yourself in it. I think it's good. You know what I mean? I think it's good. And if you want to date women from overseas, I think it's best to learn a language. Right now, I'm in the process of taking classes and stuff, and try to actually, you already know what type of class I'm talking about. I'm talking about Spanish classes, so I can get the language down.
Yeah? Well, you ever heard of El Nino?
Yeah.
Well, this is El Negro. Come on down here and let me tap that ass.
Because I'm probably gonna be traveling down there a whole lot. But also, like I said, I'm also gonna travel to other countries in Europe too as well. That's the plan as well too. But I tell people, man, the U.S. is not your only option to date women. You know what I'm saying? And we all know what goes on in America. A lot of guys trying to date, and they can't. And some guys have good experience, and some guys don't have good experience. Some guys having a hard time. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, I guess, like they say, and I see it all the time, dating a model woman is trying to find a good woman that's fit for you. You might not find her. She might not be here. You know what I'm saying? She might be in another country. You know what I mean? But just make sure that she's right for you. Make sure you have those long conversations, you talk to her. And sometimes I know they can play like the long game, but so far, I might have maybe about one bad experience. But here lately, I kind of did good because I had dated 2 women out of DR, out of Dominican Republic, and I dated 1 woman in Colombia. It just like I said, we didn't end on a bad note. Like I said, we had on good terms. Me and her, you know what I'm saying. I'm still cool with all of them. You know what I mean. Just certain things that I, you know, that I'm not gonna go for. There's just certain things that I'm not down for. You know what I mean. So not every woman overseas is got to be bad. You know what I mean. It's not all about getting a green card. Not every woman like that. I just feel like some guys to me, I feel like they more easier to get along for me, for my experience. I can't speak on somebody's experience, but I feel like they more easy to get along with. You can talk to them, even though I know that we might have like a little bit of a language barrier, but some of the women that I had talked to overseas, some of them do understand English a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Some of either they went to class for English. Two foreign women that 3 of them foreign women that I had talked to, they understand a little bit of English, and you can talk to them a little bit of English. But I try to talk to them in Spanish a little bit, even though my Spanish is not up to par. Like I told y'all before in some of my videos, my Spanish more like elementary Spanish. So that's why I'm trying to get more fluent in that. So I can that way I'll be able to talk to them a lot better. So whoever I'm dating or talk to anybody overseas, and it's just always best to learn a language. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta be fluent, but you need to be somewhere close to, I'll say. But just try to immerse yourself in the culture and the language, and so that way you won't have a big language barrier, if you know what I mean. And like I said, every woman gonna be different. Some women gonna be cool, some women gonna be about money. And you don't know. I feel like you don't know, because I came across several when I was on that dating site. I came across several was about money, and all she kept talking about money, or she'll, and sometimes she won't tell y'all back, or sometimes they'll play like the long game. But again, you gonna know who's for you. Put it like that. I promise you, you will know who's for you. I also want to say, dating America can be complicated for some people. You know what I mean? Especially if you ain't got a lot of money. Just from my experience and stuff, in the past, I don't know. Listen, ever since social media came along, I feel like it kind of made the dating scene a lot more harder for like men, like just normal men like me, like that work 9-to-5 job. You know what I'm saying? Not nobody just got. I feel like if you got a lot of money, you probably ain't. If you're an entrepreneur and you making all this money, you might not have no problem in that. But I came across a lot of women that's just all about money. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I see. And guys, I'm gonna tell you something. Even when I go to the barbershop, I heard all these stories from a lot of other black men. They always say that they had bad experience dating women over here. A lot of them I had one guy told us that he said he done dating black women. He gonna start dating white women. I had a lot of guys say that, a lot of black men. And I'm just saying, guys, I guess what I'm trying to say is that find somebody who understand you and who likes you. Pretty much what I'm saying. Date who likes you. Don't be dating just because you feel like you can buy her this, buy her that's gonna win her over. It's not gonna win her over. I'm gonna tell you now, because all these stories I be hearing, I be seeing online, and that everything, these guys take the women out to these all these restaurants, and the women don't have no respect for them. Just a lot of other stories. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of stories out there you guys probably have heard in the past. So I guess what I'm saying, guys, date who date you, like who like you, pretty much. And for me, it's been working out for me, because when I go overseas, like I said, I feel like I don't have that type of bad energy. You know what I'm saying? But like I said again, I know a lot of them is about money. But you gonna know as you keep talking to them. At the end of the day, you gonna know who likes you. and stuff like that. But again, guys, I just wanted to just tell you guys that like who like you, date who likes you back. You know what I mean? So get your passport, guys. Get your passport. I can't stress that enough. Go get your passport, and I wish you guys well. And until next time, guys, I'll see you next video. One, and I'm out. Peace.